friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariane. I am a luxury travel advisor based in Vancouver, Canada. And today is travel day. I'm heading to Costa Rica. I'm really excited. It's a new country for me. I haven't been there before. So very excited for this trip, and I'm really excited to take you along with me. I am all packed, ready to go. I've got my suitcase here. I've got kind of my carry-ons ready to go over there. And now it's time to head to the airport. So let's get to YVR. Once I was checked in for my flight, I went through security and headed to the Plaza Premium Lounge to relax for a couple hours before my flight. I have access to the Plaza Premium Lounge and other lounges through my credit card that I use for travel. I love hanging out in a lounge before my flights because it's a way that I get to kind of relax, enjoy a drink or two, have some food, and just take in the airport atmosphere. They also tend to have better Wi-Fi options. I had a butter chicken with basmati rice and naan bread, as well as a couple glasses of local BC Merlot from Sumac Ridge Winery. If you're ever in the Vancouver airport, I highly suggest checking out the Plaza Premium Lounges. I do think they're great value for what they offer. Okay guys, so just got out of the lounge. Now heading over to Seagates to board my flight to Toronto. We'll see you there. Taking off and arriving from the Vancouver International Airport, especially this time of year, I absolutely love. You get to see all the fresh snow on tops of the mountains. We did overnight in Toronto, however, because we only really had 4 hours of sleep, I didn't really take any photos or videos of our hotel. We were back at the Toronto airport quite early in the morning at around 5:15 for our 8:15 flight to San Jose. Once we arrived to Costa Rica, we did go through immigration, and then we went out to find it pouring with rain, where we were met up with our tour guide, Ronald, and our driver for the week, Aiden.
Side, the two rainiest months. And May through November is a great time to visit the Caribbean side of Costa Rica, even if there is a hurricane. In terms of temperature, it's beautiful. So people can come and experience the rainforest in the rainy season still, right? The control tower of the airport. And
we arrived at the Grano de Oro Hotel in San Jose, Costa Rica, and we were welcomed with a refreshing welcome drink. My room was room 34, which was a superior room with garden. The room was absolutely lovely, and I really enjoyed having the fountain just outside. It was a really nice touch, and it was very, very private, which I really enjoyed. I did do some editing on the table and chairs, and the room was very well equipped. It did have a Nespresso machine with two different types of Nespresso, local Brit coffee, and then the wardrobe had two robes inside with plenty of room for hanging, and then it also had a iron and a safe for your valuables. And then in the washroom, it was very, very spacious. The shower had great pressure, and I actually took advantage of that bathtub and had a lovely bath. And the tangerine shower gel was amazing. After a driving night tour of San Jose, our guide Ronald suggested we eat at Cafe Mundo. If you're ever in San Jose, definitely check this place out. The fresh homemade bread with olive oil was so delicious, and the meals were great value for the money. I had the grilled chicken with herbs, served with mashed potatoes and julienne vegetables, and it was so good.
Morning, friends. So obviously I didn't film too much yesterday. We did arrive into Costa Rica at about 12:45. The customs process was a little bit hectic, I'm not gonna lie. It took us almost 3 hours to line up, go through customs at San Jose Airport in Costa Rica, and then board our transfers to the hotel. So it was quite a lengthy process. So definitely pack your patience if you're coming to Costa Rica soon. It seems like a lot of the flights tend to land at the same time. So there's I guess a window around 12 o'clock to around 2 o'clock that quite a few international flights land. And again, there's another little window in the evening. So yeah, just kind of want to give you a heads up, an update on that. And I am at the Hotel Grano de Oro in San Jose, and it's a beautiful hotel. It's definitely a historic home that they've added onto, and it's absolutely beautiful. Perfect for a couple, even a family getaway, but definitely lots of history and really welcoming service. So we are heading to a Costa Rica trade show for travel advisors this morning before we head to the Starbucks coffee farm, which I am super excited to check out this afternoon. So I'm heading down for breakfast right now, and let's get the day started. Let's go.
Breakfast was served downstairs in the restaurant courtyard. It was a traditional Tico breakfast served with tortillas, local cheese, scrambled eggs, plantains, beans, and rice. I had mango juice and coffee, and it was so delicious. Not to mention, the courtyard was an amazing setting to have breakfast. The restaurant here at Grano de Oro is one of the best restaurants in San Jose, so if you are staying here or if you're staying in the San Jose area, definitely make sure to make a reservation and check this place out. They also have a great foundation that the proceeds go to, which is a women's shelter, which I thought was a great way to have a sustainability element within the hotel and giving back. We were then on the road to the Doubletree Kariari, where our fam trip trade show was going to be held. Most hotels had these interesting sanitization and temperature reading machines. The trade show was a great opportunity to network and meet with other travel providers in Costa Rica. The event unfortunately did run a bit over time, so we were quite a bit late for our lunch at Hacienda Alsacia. We arrived to Hacienda Alsacia with beautiful views of the Central Valley and San Jose in the distance. Hacienda Alsacia is Starbucks' one and only coffee farm, and I was so excited to actually be able to visit this place. So we are here at Starbucks coffee farm called Hacienda Alsacia, and it is absolutely beautiful. From the cafe, there's this gorgeous waterfall that you see behind me, and I'm really excited to show you this Starbucks coffee farm. It is a research facility for Starbucks, and it is one of the only farms in the world that Starbucks actually owns. So yeah, let's see what this place is all about. Before our tour, we had our lunch, which was a chicken pesto panini with a mango dragon fruit Starbucks refresher. It was then time for us to gather and start our tour.
We think that it might be, okay? And at the end of the tour, we're gonna end with a little taste, but just coffee in this case. No sugar, no milk. So what do you think that we need to produce coffee?
Water.
Well, yes. But about the conditions.
Tropical conditions.
Exactly. She made a resume. Tropical places. We need soil, we need elevation, we need temperatures, okay? In this case, only the 70 countries are located in the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, and it's called the coffee belt. Okay? But we as a company, we buy coffee to 30 countries in the world. Okay? So guys, this coffee belt is divided into regions. It will be Asia, Africa, and Latin America, right? In the Central Valley region, guys, here. And in the Central Valley region, here, Hacienda Alsacia is in the middle of two volcanoes, Coas volcano and Barba volcano. And that helps because the soils are going to be richer in minerals and nutrients, and it's going to have an influence in our coffee flavor. Another factor is elevation, okay? So now about the farm. So as maybe you don't know, but some of you can know, Starbucks is not a coffee producer. We as a company, we are coffee buyers, so we buy coffee to different countries all in the world. So this is the only coffee farm that we have as a company. And what is the reason? Research and development. We produce coffee in here, yes, but we don't supply the Starbucks all around the world, not even the one that are in Costa Rica. So the coffee that you drink in here is exclusive from this coffee shop. So the reason why we buy this farm is research and development, okay? Why? Because we need to ensure the future of coffee for everyone, not only for us. So the coffee farm, this farm, guys, has existed since 1970, but the company bought in 2013 and decided to open this visitor center in 2018. So this is how everything begins. And what we have to do in this case, guys, is we only need to plant the seed in fertile soils. Okay, that's it. And then wait 2 months. Okay? Soldier.
Yeah.
The helmet and everything, or a matchstick, okay? So after 2 months, then we have to wait 15 days, okay? For the second stage. 15 days for the second stage. And we're gonna call this the butterfly, because the leaves look like the butterfly, the wings. So guys, you know what happened here? Those 2 leaves are fake, are temporary. The real ones are these ones, these tiny ones.
Oh.
You see? You see we have a little tiny one here.
Oh.
So, these fake
Yes.
leaves, guys, are gonna fall off around 4 months later, because what actually they are doing is providing nutrients and protection to the real ones. The real ones are these tiny ones that are here.
Little guys.
Yes, exactly. So, you see? After 4 months will be 6 months, and we have this down here.
Yeah.
So in Costa Rica, we call this kind of plantation almácigo, okay? And we have to wait a year to move into the coffee field, because we need that this grow strong enough, okay? And all that we have in here is Arabica coffee, okay? So, Arabica coffee, okay? Now we have varieties. The one that is behind you guys, that's Obata Amarillo. Amarillo means yellow. And it's received that name because the fruit, when it's ripe, is gonna turn into a yellow color instead of the red.
During the coffee tour, we had an absolutely amazing sunset overlooking the plantation. We learned so much about coffee farming and production. We learned about the many steps that Starbucks is taking through their learnings here at their coffee farm. Our guide talked about how current pickers get a wage by picking a now standardized box called a Cajuela and are paid by box. So typically coffee pickers can make about $30 US per day.
And it's another measure in Costa Rica. So this will be our half fanega. The half of a fanega is 10 cajuelas. Exactly. There is another one that is the double size. So it will be a completely fanega, a whole fanega, and it will be 20 of these, okay? So we need to count. The truck comes in here, drops all the fruit in here, and we open this gate. When we open this gate, like this. So this open, guys, and exactly, drops all the fruits in here into these tanks, comes out. But the water that we use in there, guys, is only for move the fruit, not even for washing. It's only for move the fruit to the next station. So these tanks are completely filled with fruit. Open the gates, open this another gate, and the fruit goes to the next station. Okay, and the other layer that is inside, it's really sticky, really sweet, like a honey, really slippery, but we cannot see it. And it's called the mucilage, okay? So the mucilage is really hard to remove. And in this case, we need pressure and water, okay? So let's go to the other station to see how we do it. The water with the fruit passes through this tube. Remember, the one that was in the underground. And this is only for separate these tanks, okay? No, in this we only separate fruit. We separate the coffee fruits from objects like this, rocks or metals, okay? To the next station. So guys, stay here and just turn around, just like you were. You're gonna have a better view from the machines from here, okay? Stoop through this green canoe, and down there in the bottom we have a machine that with pressure, with water, is gonna make that the water with the fruit goes up one more time through this great tube that we have here in the wall. Do you see this one?
Yeah.
So if you follow this great tube, guys, you're gonna be here in the roof, and it's gonna fall here in this green canoe. And here in the middle, guys, we have a filter like this one. This is gonna filter and it's gonna allow that the water returns to be reused, but the fruit falls in here. And with this, we remove the skin. And this is called chancadora or despulpadora. And it works as a cheese grater. I'm gonna spin really, really fast, and by the friction, it's going to remove the skin. Let me show you a video for you to see. I'm gonna show you this and like this, okay? So this is the one that we have in there. It spins like this, guys. You see? Really fast.
Yeah.
Let me show you the video where it got removed. And then that water, they just only throw it away. They don't reuse it or anything, okay? So we as a company realize about that problem. So remember that our mission in here is to produce coffee but in a sustainable way. So we are working with the providers of these machines. This is called Penagos. It's a Colombian brand. So we're working with them and we are creating machines like this one, really efficient when we use water. So instead of use the fermentation tanks and 100% of water, we only use a 5% of water with this. And now that we have these machines in Costa Rica, we give them to the providers all around the world. So we have right now machines like this in Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, or Colombia, of course, because it's a Colombian brand, Rwanda and Tanzania. And now they can save water just as us, okay guys?
As she mentioned earlier in the tour, Starbucks is a coffee buyer, not a producer. However, by having this research facility, they can help the coffee industry come up with ways to produce coffee in a much more sustainable way.
Alsacia, guys, it's a place in France. And why is a place in France in Costa Rica? Because the parents of the original owners were from there, from Alsacia, France. So we keep the name. Now, these guys are the two volcanoes, Boas and Barba volcano, and we are surrounded by those volcanoes, are the slopes. These three dots are the three coffee beans. And what we have in here, this line in the middle, will be the waterfall that we have here, okay? I don't know if you already saw the waterfall. That will be our logo, okay guys?
I appreciated how Starbucks is trying to make even more changes, which really makes me respect Starbucks even more after my visit here.
One of the most attractive, I would say, brewing methods that we got, that is the siphon. So this one here, we got heating sours. In this case, it's an halogen light, okay? We got the lower chamber where we had some water. Now I already closed it, and we have the upper chamber. So once that the water is boiling, I proceeded to seal it, and all the water came out.
We ended our tour with a guided coffee tasting from beans harvested here at Hacienda Alsacia using a siphon coffee brewer, which felt like we were part of a science experiment, but was such a neat way to brew coffee. I highly suggest a visit to Hacienda Alsacia Starbucks Coffee Farm if you're ever in the San Jose, Costa Rica area. It is located about 45 minutes outside of the city, but I had an absolutely amazing time here and learned so much during the coffee tour, more than any other coffee tour I'd ever taken before. So I am back at the Hotel Grano de Oro here in San Jose, and we just got back from the Hacienda Alsacia, which is the Starbucks coffee farm. So I really hope you enjoyed that tour. It's really, really informative. I highly recommend going there, and it was really, really interesting experience. And if you're a Starbucks fan, it's definitely a very cool place. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode of my recap here traveling to Costa Rica, and then also kind of like my first official day here, which is actually day 2. I'm now going to get changed. They do have 2 jacuzzis here on the rooftop, which is a really relaxing space, so I'm going to go enjoy that before I do some editing tonight. So thank you again so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give this video a thumbs up.
Also, be sure to subscribe. There's lots of videos to come in this new Costa Rica series. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Bye!